All right, and welcome back, everyone. We are continuing the series of Elf versus But We're Still Buddies. Now we have Locke versus ChelseyxLynn, and with me is the winner of the first in the series, Philion. How's it going? Congratulations on the win.
Thanks. It was a bad seed, and my biggest wish for my friends Locke and ChelseyxLynn is that the seed here isn't that bad. We're gonna give a nice, solid little flute on ped seed. Just something straightforward for him.
Okay, there you go. Because when I commentated on Monday, I said that in contrast to cross keys being confusing, we were just going to see a nice, easy open 7-7, and I commentator cursed seed with a very wretched seed. So maybe we'll do a little reverse psychology tonight.
Ultimately, what I'm looking for isn't something fast. I'm looking for something that just doesn't tie the runners up in knots about, what should I do? What should I do? Just let them do things like start playing the game.
There you go. Oh.
Early sword. Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool.
Sure.
We just do Uncle Start, and then we God, Locke, why are you palette shuffling? Right. Pendant, Desert, regular crystals at Hera and Eastern. Both runners headed to Uncle Start, and probably just going to do the front of the castle here.
Yeah, when you get all that, I mean, you might as well continue the play now. It's part of the first spear, and you have a weapon to kill anything you need to.
And maybe you pull that flute, that book, that bottle before you actually get to the village. Maybe you just find the bombs. Hey, there we go. Look, now we can do stuff in the village.
Yeah, you always want to get 3 bombs immediately. But then, maybe you'll find the boots. I know Chelsea would love that very much. Wow, Master Sword already. Okay.
You know what? While we're here, why not just do Aga Tower in the dark? You got 3 hearts. You can do it. And then you can grab that item from the pyramid.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, now we got our quick map check from Chelsea's side.
And Locke going for the tier 2 tree pull gets a bunch of arrows there. Or as we call it, nothing useful.
Yeah, slightly disappointing. You want money at this point. They're both very broke. You always want to have $150 just in case. Well, they have the bombs, so they can save $50, but still need 100 for getting through the bottle vendor.
Yeah, in that respect, the big advantage Locke has here is he killed more guards, and I think he got a big 20 drop.
Yeah,
which will almost certainly mean he's at 50 rupees when he gets to the village.
Yeah. Already a blue mail. This is getting to be. Are we sure that our seed roller rolled an open seed and not on beginner difficulty?
Mostly. I mean, it's still difficult. Chelsea got the mail, and that changed the hat and that leaf that seems stuck to Link's butt. But most of Link's color didn't change, so I don't know if the blue mail is doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like magical mail, kind of like bulletproof vests in action movies that, just defeat all bullets.
Yeah. Okay, so both Locke and Chelsea there missed the blue guard with their spin. And I just want to call them out on that, because I think they are both better than that, but apparently not today.
Back to the practice hack, which I never open.
Well, you should. It's useful.
Yeah, where I'm at is I gotta learn Dark Mire and Dark TR at this point, and I say I do it, but I never do. More bombs.
Alright. Shoutouts to Locke's spin strats in that fight by holding the sword out and then getting the double hit with the spin. You actually do damage really quickly. And regular Master Sword slashes don't do anything extra on those guards. So.
And how about the sync? They are on the same screen, and they were pretty much on the same tile for about 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. It's like these two know each other and play in similar ways.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely prefer open, Uncle Starts as opposed to Sanctuary Starts and open. Locke is booking it for the Lumberjack check.
Okay. I don't know why I'm pausing at this, because I did this earlier tonight and it worked out very well. But, good to know that it's just money in there. Something Locke will never have to check now.
Yes, now we're gonna continue on 3 bombs at the mushroom spot, and just even more money for the thief drop down. And our bush crab is this part.
Boo. Boo.
Boring.
Give me those good old bush crabs that throw out like 8 bombs at a time.
There was one time where I had a seed where you were required to either farm money from the Blind's Hut basement for a required progression on Zora, or if you knew that the bush crab had big 20s, you would get it done a lot faster.
Oh, that seems like the way to do it then.
Yes.
No Zora farming requirement, please, today. Please.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough. So we're now going to see Blind.
Piece of heart. Bombs.
Hey! Now you can do it.
Yeah.
Why even go to Mini Muldorm Cave when you can do Aga?
And plenty of red rupees in this cave as well. Cave. Been playing entrance too much. House as well. Means Chelsey's going to have the 100 she needs for Bottle Vendor. Always nice.
And with a full complement of bombs, no need to spend the money there that when you need that extra 50, so we're good to go.
Okay,
wow.
red mail. Because, these two are bad at the game. They need all the protection they can get.
Yup, just being functionally immoral at this stage of the game. And look, even a bottle to turn that in for a nice full sweep of Kakariko Village. Chat saying beginner mode confirmed. I think I have to agree. And a hook shot from the bottle vendor. Okay. Wow.
Okay. So that does nothing right now. Potentially opens up East Death Mountain pretty soon, which is mildly attractive as a density play.
Now, a tech that you can start thinking about, and I'm trying to be more mindful of it in time when I have the hook this early and no boots, is knowing your surfaces that you can hook on to be able to get around just that bit faster. Okay.
All right.
Once again. What is this?
No, I love this. I love this. Look, we can just go and clear Crystal Eastern.
Right off the gut.
Game's just throwing everything we need right in our path. Which is good, because we'll need it, because, when I see this Master Sword, and this lamp, and this hook shot, I get antsy about how the game wants us to get to Dark World.
Yeah, it's very concerning. No glove yet. Especially if there's just like the pearl chilling on the pyramid, that would be rough. Right, let's see where Chelsea goes from here.
She is doing the only objectively correct play.
Fair. Yeah.
I am hard pressed to think of a legitimate play that isn't this. Yeah, you have to do South Shore at some point, but why wouldn't you just do this now? Get your 6 items, get your crystal, and hopefully pick up some money along the way. Because you're not going to Zora when you're going down south with only $100. That's just not something you expect. You want to ideally farm a bit of money first.
And our intel is, we could have a potential... Well, we already have the hook shot. I was going to say, Chelsea's going to be a little sad that this isn't a hover seed, because we found out... And a tempered sword already from the back of Saha, but what I was going to say is, our hover queen, ChelseyxLynn, was not going to be able to do a hover on Muldorm 2.
I mean, she's still good if she gets boots. Just for no good reason other than to do it. which is, in line with how Chelsea plays.
I mean, we're sure she would love to style on Locke if she can.
Just a little bit.
And now we're going to see them both making the play into Eastern Palace to see what we get. It's nice to be able to skip the first puzzle of a dungeon. A little bit.
Josh, let me ask you something.
Sure.
What is your favorite fun fact about Eastern Palace?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me your favorite?
I don't have one. That's why I was asking for yours.
Oh, well, I mean, a thing that I like to wax poetic about is the brilliant design of A Link to the Past, and I'm not saying this facetiously. I'm saying this in terms of good game design. The intro of the game with the escape sequence in Eastern Palace, they teach you game mechanics in a way that's very intuitive, but it doesn't treat you like a moron, and I really appreciate that. That's just great game design.
Yo, that is a fun fact. I'm glad you came up with something, because I was just going to talk about Cannonball Room and how Locke walked around the left side for no good reason.
Yeah, that was a little...
back up to center. Locke, come on. We got frames to lose.
We are seeing some suboptimal movement from Locke. But he did do a chicken clip back in Kakariko Village, so I appreciate that.
I cannot get behind the chicken clip in a race. I've soft-locked too many times.
I've been soft-locked, and I've literally killed myself in there. My team is named after something that happened to me on a stream where I was on one heart, and I got a little too close to the explosion, and killed myself in the chicken hut.
Yeah, see, we don't want to do those things. Why take unnecessary risks when we can just route like clowns instead?
Yes. Meanwhile, we are continuing going around in a circle.
I actually love doing this dungeon with hookshot. Like this section here, you just get to do a few little optimizations.
Yeah, it's what I was saying earlier. You can be a little bit speedier with your hookshot and clamp on things. Meanwhile, chat saying, Chelsea with the classic, oh, I forgot to start my timer. Whoop!
And it almost started at 10 minutes. Not quite, but she was close.
Our first glove. Oh boy.
Yep.
Interesting. Now you can go up the mountain.
Ugh.
And I think you would, because what if, the Moon Pearl or something else is on the mountain, and Aga 1's bait.
Aga 1's not bait. It's gotta be Aga 1 today, right? Like, right?
Yeah, right?
Right?
We'll see. We have
three swords at the start? 3 swords.
Yeah, you have to start wondering when the seed's gonna start going horribly wrong.
Ooh, Locke, yes.
Locke getting more money.
So that's $90 right there, which is now in big 300 range of having Zora money, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, you do want to be prepared for that, because now officially Zora is in logic, and you can pair that in with your out of logic checks along the way with the fake flipper.
Yo, nice Armos fight for Chelsea.
Yes, that was a nice kill.
Nothing amazing, but hey, she did the fight right. We're gonna shout that out. What do you do here? Surely you save and quit and you do the back escape. You just take those 3.
Yeah, when you have that 3 available within one screen, you should just do it.
And then I guess 4, because you can do the center as well.
Chelsea,
never mind. She's going south.
Okay. We haven't seen these checks yet, so we have lots of available areas before being funneled over to Aga 1. Can't fault them for wanting to clear out more potential options before taking the 6-minute commitment for no items.
I wouldn't seriously advocate for doing Aga 1 Well, ever without the Moon Pearl. But particularly in this case, where even once you get the Moon Pearl, I wouldn't do it until I've exhausted everything. Because hey, if I find Hammer, then boom, that's Dark World access.
Yes, we're gonna see Locke check the backup escape like we told Chelsea to do, but didn't. So we'll get to check that out now. What do we get? The boots. Oh boy. We like seeing those early.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good.
Chelsea getting that
300.
big 300, yeah.
Okay. Locke's gonna... If Locke does South Shore after this, he's gonna feel really good about the rupees from Eastern. Chelsea could still have the game cough up the money for her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just 20 bucks for in Dark Cross. Ends Locke's play, and we'll see where he goes next.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh,
Hmm?
but...
Houlihan.
Houlihan. He wants the cash.
Oh, he's not gonna like this. He's gonna feel bad about this in a second. I mean, I get it. He's gonna have the money and he can just do Zora, but...
Alright, we have a nice Quake Medallion at Ice Rod Cave.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
A potentially required coin. We haven't seen the Dark World yet, so... I think Chelsea's now going to get her boots.
Yeah. So Locke didn't do Bonk Rocks there. Maybe he's just waiting to do him, ideally, on his way up the mountain.
Yeah, that would be the next location for them to go after completing this South Shore play. And there's Chelsea with her zoomies, gonna continue down to Dark Cross to collect their 20 bucks too. Locke now gonna get his big 300. At least he'll have plenty of cash after today's life lessons at Zora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he will still have enough for that, and then even for Kiki if the game... In the rare case that the game gives him no money at all, and then forces him, or suggests pod for him. He's not going to be forced to pod anytime soon.
No, not with... He'll go to Ice Rod Cave, probably, and then just go to the Dark Death Mountain like we see. I believe Chelsea's going to do that now.
Mm-hmm. This makes a lot of sense from where she's sitting. It's funny how much the calculation changes just because Locke checked Lumberjack earlier.
Yeah, because now he's gonna extend his play up to Zora.
Meanwhile, Chelsea's looking at Lumberjack and going, huh, that's in logic right now. Do I need to be getting that?
And while we know the answer to that, she doesn't, and now's as good a time as any to check that out if you're the runner.
Locke, I think, yep, there's the water walk for him. So he gets to dash all the way to the hobo. No, he is actually going to do the smart way and dash to the waterfall cave because he does not have Moon Pearl right now.
Yeah, it's the only way you can check that without the Moon Pearl and the water walk state.
Oh!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's a bad piece of heart if it's gonna torture him like that and send him back to swim state.
So he's just reduced to the one in logic check. Middle finger on the ledge there, and now we're gonna see the old man on Chelsea's side for 10 arrows.
10 middle fingers. Wow.
Rude. Locke remembering that no, you can't go in the water anymore.
No, something took away his water walk somehow. Stupid game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. It turns out that wow. Yeah, that Zora play, that money was all very good for a Moon Pearl.
And Chelsea was going to hover for that cape, but fails it.
Locke is walking back out of here so that he can, I guess, do an Ancilla delete. And
yes, because he hasn't shot the bow yet, so he can drop his 2 bombs now. Swimmy, swimmy. He beansed it.
he beans. That's beans. I think he needs more arrows.
There you go.
Game can't generate the flippers splash sprite, which means it can't kick him out of the water, and then he swims in and out, and this time he has the Moon Pearl, so it all works out.
And gets a shield for his troubles, as well as a bottle turn in. We saw Chelsea successfully get the cape and hover across.
The cape, you say? You know what the cape's good for?
Uh-oh.
It's just, I'm just saying, it's another thing that the game is giving us that lets us do Aga Tower.
Yeah.
How many times does the game give us stuff before Aga Tower before we just go, yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it.
Well, Chelsea is completing the east side. And Locke cleans up the camper for another piece of heart. But Locke really loving that pearl right now. That's kind of giving him the temporary advantage. And Chelsea doesn't have the cash to go get the pearl yet.
That's going to show up right now, right? Right?
A good chance of that. Right there you go. 50,
Mostly.
70.
So close.
There you go. Okay. Overkill.
It's just money up here. All right.
Lots of cash. Chelsea just flexing all the hover skills.
You know, you can just bomb jump that, Chelsea.
But the swag. Swag, though. And goes there, finishing the play at Spiral. And that'll do it.
So shoutouts to Locke realizing he was out of bombs and needed to do the last triple tier to replenish them. And he gets them, which is...
That rocks.
He only needs one, but he needs one for Paradox. So.
And Chelsea gets the $20 to finish the play at East Death Mountain. And where will she go next?
Zora as well, unless she's run into Agina.
Yeah, I mean, no. Time to fake flipper, get your pearl, and then she is going to be back in the race. What you just never want to see is just they just completely forget about the one spot, and it puts them further and further behind the longer they put off the one check that they need to do.
Yeah, fortunately, there's not a lot of other stuff in the game before that pearl.
Yeah, so I think once Locke figures it out that once he's done with this mountain play, he's kind of out of stuff to do unless he wants to clean up Agina. It might be time to just pull the chute and go to Aga 1.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I'd probably do the Agina check anyways, just in case it's something I eventually need for the game, but...
Yeah, I mean, some people like to route that in if they have the flute where they do a desert ledge check, and then, you know...
Oh yeah, if I have the flute, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
The other option, of course, is just go back to the mountain save screen, get your spin speed, clip through the railing, warp into Tower of Hera. Oh, sorry, wrong mode. We're not allowed to do that here.
And get DQ'd instantly.
Here, why aren't we allowed to have to do those weird plays? I was gonna say have fun, but that would be mean. The game is still fun.
I mean, Fear Agent, I saw them in chat earlier, just waiting for that banhammer swing.
Well, folks, if I disappear suddenly, you all know why it's happening.
Now we see Locke doing the more sensible bomb jump.
Much better. Much better.
Chelsey gets the bad news.
So, at this point, I think both runners have checked the same stuff, with the exception of Chelsey not having done Waterfall.
Yeah, they opted to not do the Ancilla delete, and now they're just gonna do Aga 1 now.
Oh, wait. Did she do the hobo?
Yes.
She did do that. Okay.
They went, I believe they went camper first and then up and did Pearl.
Yeah. Alright.
Because, yeah, Locke cleaned that up after getting the Pearl.
And Locke doesn't want to take any chances. Wants to resist the bait. He's
All
gonna
right.
do that again play.
Yeah, if this has the hammer, then oh boy.
If this is the hammer, then oh boy, indeed. The other thing is, if it's got just something else for later in the game, like a fire rod, an ice rod, a cane, or something. That is the kind of orphan check that Chelsey may just never do, because she's gone to the Dark World and got the whole thing open to her.
At this point, Agina doesn't exist unless you're like looping it in with like a great desert area check with like the Mire Shed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Just $20.
Big 20.
But now Locke knows that he's hard required to do Aga 1, and unless we seriously forgot something, is gonna go do that. Chelsey is deciding to take tumbles off of the ledges. I wonder if Chelsey kind of taking a little extra damage here. Maybe she's got a little bit of a case of the yips and just needs to settle down just slightly to get things back under control here.
Yeah, it could be.
At 1 heart, though.
Yeah, like, she does not normally get hit by that bat randomly.
Right, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I wonder if there's just a slight case of the yips, just sometimes it just gets to you. It's not saying under pressure or anything like that, it's just a stupid game. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's realizing that,
Yeah, no, she's also just been a little busy with personal stuff lately, so hasn't necessarily been able to put the practice time in that Locke has for this. But hey, remember, as I'm a huge fan of saying, you know how much health you need?
Just enough.
Just enough. Just one.
You only need 1 heart. You can safely not get hit any point by Aga 1. Just stand to the side and you'll never get hit by a blue ball.
Hey Josh, what's your favorite number?
I think we're gonna get 3 blue balls today. We already got 1.
Not actually what I was asking, but it was kind of what I was asking.
Well, we already got 2, so we're already getting a meanie Aga here. Well, you're coming in chat saying 6. That's rough.
What an engaging boss fight. I love auto-scrollers.
That's right. Well, the only auto scroller I do like is Star Fox 64.
Okay, yeah, I mean, fair. 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 Man, the first time I blew up the train depot, that was a good day.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for those who haven't done that. Spoilers for a
Yeah.
25-year-old game.
That's right. Especially when you want to spend an extra $30 a year to play it on Nintendo Switch.
Alright, I've still got my original cart.
Yeah, unfortunately, my gold Toys R Us edition N64 died a couple of years back, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I no longer have that, but forever in our hearts.
You know
Chelsey
what's in
getting
my
through?
heart right now? This half
And
magic.
half magic, that's right.
Alright, so what do you do with this? You got a catfish, and then across the river, right? You don't go to pod without the hammer, even though the hammer's probably hiding in pod, because the game's mean?
Well, and they haven't checked, no one's checked the map for, the Dark World yet, I don't think.
There's that
Because you could full clear that. But, yeah. This is my #1 most skipped location is Catfish, so it's kind of interesting to see Chelsey book it straight for Catfish.
It's a pain to get to, but this is the least bad time.
I'll give that a whirl going forward, because, you know, I live and die by it sometimes, where, of course, the Cane of Samaria is here for a required one, and, I've last located it here. But just a heart. Chat being mean about your seed.
Listen, the past is the past. Looks like Pendant TR and Red Crystals at Pod and Ice today.
Interesting.
So, okay, sure.
Why
It's
not?
fine. Crystal Thieves was nice. Pendant Swamp sucks. You know,
Yeah.
usual. We'll just see what shows up where. Sadly, neither runner having the mirror here to do Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb as they run by.
Yeah, unfortunate. Can't do that yet.
And, yep, there we go.
Cape check. Here we go.
Don't skip Cape check, please.
I basically, I don't know, so fast, but that was just the whole heart container.
Yeah, especially after the time Chelsey spent hovering to the Cape. I would hate to see her skip the check entirely.
Yeah, I usually just consider it a part of,
Locke, did you just leave a heart container? Are you seriously saving 4 seconds when you only have 6 hearts?
That's pretty bold.
Alright. I mean, again, it's fine if he never dies. And if he does die, I'm gonna chew him out for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can call it up in the team meeting.
I know he's got red mail. I know he'll be fine. He'll be fine. This is my risk aversion coming out.
Yeah, and that's my long childhood, long JRPG playing, you know, where you just hoover up every single chest.
Yeah, what if you need that heart container for the final boss? Or his second form or something?
That's right. Those elixirs and mega elixirs are never to be used. What do you mean? Hoard like a dragon? Come on.
So both runners doing the Skull Woods check, which is often a hard call if you're going to do it or not, if you're coming in from the North Portal. But in this situation where basically everything is south of here, I like that they're doing it first. Because what are you going to do? When are you ever going to come back to Skull Woods if you don't do it right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's best to make a big, sickeningly long, C-shaped circuit around the Dark World at this point would be my route.
The other aspect, of course, is that with Fire Rod not required for Turtle Rock, this is potentially the only spot that's Fire Rod locked in the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't want to put this off until you need Fire Rod, or you might be putting it off forever. That said, nothing good here.
Yeah, just disappointment. But it's out of the way, and now it's time to go to Village of Outcast. It's beatable, but you could risk leaving an item behind. I'd just still beat it. We always want to start getting some crystals. We're at 34 minutes. Ooh, and a mirror and C-shaped house. Okay.
Okay.
I know I never feel good if I only have one crystal, like 25 or half an hour in. You start getting worried about.
I mean, in that respect, it's fine because you know your opponent's probably got the same number of crystals.
Yeah, I mean, this seed so far has been somewhat linear. Not really a whole lot of divergence you can do because of that bottleneck at Aggo 1.
Mm-hmm. So we see Chelsea check the whole village before stepping into Thieves Town. And that hammer right there is precisely why you do it like that.
Oh, baby. That's huge. Fortunate, so one thing that we're probably hoping to never see is the flippers, because then that would give us pendant swap access, and it's the green pendant too, so not only is it all of the items in Splomp, it's a bonus item too.
Mm-hmm. Be much better if flippers are logical go mode and we just fake flipper to Ice Palace when we need to.
Yeah.
Good plan. I'm in.
I just want to do as little as possible when I'm running these, and especially with well, they have the hook shot. Yeah, it's fully clearable if they get flippers. So I think we've gotten 2 junk items, and then finally the big key.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to sweep this dungeon out, and then Chelsea getting sniped as they make their way to the back, and yeah, you could just, well, you can't start the Smith Chain, but you eventually get your way to Hype Cave. Would be nice.
Yeah, at least there's a nice little path in front of us here.
And then you can hammer your way to Pod, because it is now that's fully clearable too.
Yep.
Well, it's basically now, starting from the pyramid, it'll be a full lap around the Dark World. Would be the kind of the intended route here.
Yeah, at some point, you also make the play up to Tower of Hera, but I don't think you do that right now while you're still messing with things.
No, not when you can't get to the after you get the gold glove, but before then, I mean, there's really not much up there.
Yeah, they're on different sides of the mountain. It's not a huge deal if you head up without that. But hey, Chelsea's down to 1 heart.
Yeah,
so
that's a little
don't
concerning.
get hit.
Yes. Oh boy. What's our stun prize? Arrows, unfortunately. Okay, they just gotta survive a couple rooms, and then they can heal in the basement.
Okay, so legitimately, you know, I'm always like, you only need 1 heart. That's all you need. Blah 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 blah. There is a problem with being on 1 heart, which Chelsea is showing us here. And
yeah, slow down.
I fall victim to this too. You gotta slow down when you're at 1 heart, because you are farming, you are dodging absolutely everything that might come anywhere near you. It does impede your play. I won't pretend it doesn't.
So it looks like that small key might have locked itself in the big chest.
Okay, so logically we need Hammer to finish this dungeon, but in practicality, we didn't even need it.
In practicality, who cares? Yay! We don't need it. Alright, Chelsea healed up. Oh, are you doing a blind run of this game is today's pun. Alright, Chelsea in the final phase. And might want. Okay, got it done. Got it done. That's my execution in this game. Might be a few seconds suboptimal, but you know, got it done. Alright, it's time to charge into the South Dark World.
Neither runner went for the special color effects on blind. That's fine.
This is fine.
I'm not mad.
Aside from, you know, Locke doing the palette shuffle. Alright, let's see what we dig up. A nice kill from Locke on blind there, and we're gonna just continue onward. Dig game, please. And the dig game had nothing. We move.
Divergence alert, folks. This could get spicy. Locke is heading to North Dark World for the Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb that he couldn't do earlier. Chelsea intentionally leaving these behind.
This could be
huge, or it could just be a minute wasted on Locke's end.
Yeah, this is one of my other top spots to skip to. Unless I am pairing it with like flippers and going over to catfish as well. $20. Right, and now it's time to see what's at the King's Tomb. And Hype Cave.
Nothing for Locke.
Alright, piece of heart so far. Then $50, $20, $20, and another piece of heart. Phyleon, what would you rate that Hype Cave out of 10?
Let's just go to pod. Let's just go to pod.
Unrated out of 10.
Why? Why?
That gets a solid 1 out of 10. 2 pieces of heart. At least that's mildly useful.
No, we got red mail. We don't need hearts. That's what
True,
Locke is telling
9
me, at
hearts.
least.
True, 9 hearts, red mail. You should be able to get through the game now. Ooh, we can nitpick again. A questionable line by Chelsea drawing aggro from that nasty bird. Alright, we've paid off Kiki the monkey. It's time to bust open pod and see what we get. And the shooter room will have a key. Okay. There's a minimum of 4 keys here, so that's 1.
Oh, you know, it's great. Mirror. It's just a good item. It's just a good time.
Just zoom out, get away. No death corpse, no nothing. We have Rambo telling you I was a pilot for Spoiler Week. I was. That was a very anxiety-inducing week for me.
Oh yeah, you call it the shooter room. Most people just call it the first chest. But if you've been reading spoilers, I see how you get there.
Yeah, there was, I had never done it before versus doing it against someone who had, and that went as well as you can imagine it would go. I can say the same thing about cross keys, too.
Woof. Woof.
We're just serving up ourselves as sacrificial lambs that week. No one on my team had played cross keys before.
Oh no.
We can report that we at least completed one dungeon before our opponents completed the seed.
Well, that's better than 0. I'm getting nervous about this pod. I'm worried that we're gonna get flippers in it. Like, Myth would be great. Fire Rod would be okay.
Our second coin.
Ether's good. Yeah, it helps for getting into Mire later, but I'm really worried we're about to see flips pop here, and then they just send us to Swamp.
Yeah, that's the cursed item of the seed right now.
Fair. Oh, Locke, what is this Kiki Dash? Locke, come on. Sorry, what?
I was going to say Chelsea with the fail bonk. There you go.
But, of the times that the game could be like, here, you have the option of full clearing Swamp. This is a pretty good time for it. Honestly. Yeah. It's if you had to go to Swamp at this point, or if you were offered Swamp at this point, it's more dense than anything else left in the game.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like, yeah, all right. I don't feel awful doing this dip.
It stinks, but you know what? I mean, there's not really great other options here. Especially on Locke, who was basically full cleared the entire game up until this point. Whereas Chelsea's left a few checks behind. And we know from counting keys that there must be an item here. But just $20.
I hate this pod layout. It's just not conducive to doing any intelligent routing tricks. It's just like, yep, you're going through pod.
Yeah, just gotta clear it out entirely, and then go beat up on the king there. Still nothing. This is a shockingly barren pod, aside from the one coin. There's your big key. Okay. Huh. Alright, Helmets King, what you got? Otherwise, then what?
Hera.
I guess, yeah. Ugh. Wasting a whole pyramid climb mountain climb rather, to just get 2 items.
It's Crystal Hera. We gotta do it eventually.
Very true. I'm just being pedantic and whining about it.
Oh, I'll whine about this seed as well.
And you're like, oh man, I gotta waste a solid 45 seconds just to get up for 2 checks.
So, feel like both these runners are about equal in their dungeon clearing speeds?
Yeah, Chelsea's only ahead by virtue of a couple of skipped checks.
Yeah.
She would give that time back instantly if she decides to go Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb.
Mm-hmm. It's not that bad with a pyramid spawn. Like, it's not great, but kind of it's the most ideal situation for her.
Yeah. It's nice having the big old tempered sword, as Chelsea just doesn't use it anyway. But
yeah,
nice tempered for Turtle Room.
It's pretty good. Does as much damage as the hammer.
Alright, here we go with the Helmasaur King. Time for a quick and easy murder, and then we'll see what we get from the drop. I believe
Chelsea only has 10 hearts and red mail here, so she has to be careful that she doesn't get hit 40 times.
That's right.
Looks like she's doing okay, and she manages to get through. Whew! It's a tight fight there.
What a relief. Oh, come on.
I'm so sorry.
First. Brutal. And now you immediately have to go to swamp. I mean... It's probably faster to save and quit and then take the portal and then head to swamp.
Yeah. So I think I might do... yeah, I like this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mountain first.
Why not?
Mountain first. Again, you're going to beat Hera at some point. So why not just do it and maybe you get bailed out on progression.
Yeah, I mean, ABCD. If you're following that thought process, you take out Tower of Hera and know what that's all. We'll see what that gets you.
If you later find a book in Swamp Palace, you'll be mad.
Oh, yeah.
But, so just don't find the book in Swamp. That's simple.
Yeah, easy game. Just don't find the item that's bad. Except we already failed that with the stupid flippers. Oh, and we already got one part of a fire-locked Hera here. We got the key. Do we get the big key, though? No. Opting to go for the big key. I don't blame you in this situation.
Oh no. Oh no. She's just gonna Hera pot. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe? What shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nope. No, that's a bad pixel. Pretty sure that's a bad pixel there.
No. I learned since I'm newer to Rando, I learned Hera pot with the Philly pot method. And that is, one, a very nice poverty setup, and also pretty dead simple to do.
I still don't like where she is for this.
That might be good enough,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Locke finishing Helmasaur King nicely. They save and quit, and what are they up to?
It looks like he is doing the swamp play.
Chelsea forgot the big chest. Oh, what
she
they
can't
wanted
do the
to
big chest.
Yeah, right. She faked me out by going into the basement. So let's see what old Trolldorm's got. Of course.
Hey. All right. Yeah, we can just check that right now.
Why
Very
not?
nice.
Extend the play.
And that is both items from Hera, so we get to skip the basement, which is
Well, that's a relief.
the real win here.
Yeah.
This is quite nice for her. She gets to do this check here at the tablet, and then if she's doing Swamp, she can also do Bombos right after.
Yeah, so let's see what we get. Just 10 arrows, but this lets... She can also get into Desert if she so desires, although, I wouldn't. Not yet.
Yeah. No, not with that mitt we got in Swamp Palace.
Oh, wow.
Okay. There is a play. I don't advocate for this necessarily, but there is a play where you just leave Swamp after that. You just say, great, the game wanted me to have mitts in here. I got my mitts. I'm out of here. Goodbye. See you next week. It's a hard call to make, though. Like,
yeah, I think you gotta commit to the full play. So we only found the Bloomerang and Spike, and now we're gonna see Chelsea do some cleanup, I guess, what Locke has already done. This is gonna work out for Locke, because now with the gold glove, when he decides to go up to the mountain, he can also check good old Dark Death Mountain for those 6 items, since he has a hookshot too to go through Hookshot Cave.
Yep. And he probably won't have anything that lets him sneak into Turtle Rock and get lost there.
Unlikely. I mean, it's kind of... I mean, if you just have only the cane, I mean, you could do that as part of your checks on Dark Death Mountain because you can't get too far. But other than that, nah. Locke attempting the bomb diver down, and there you go. There you go.
Well done.
Let's see. Chelsea is done with some cleanup. Are they going to go to now just swamp and collect their glove? Looks like.
This is a really neat little bit of writing that she did there, which was just to be aware that when she did a save and quit, she'd go to the pyramid from the Dark World. So
yeah.
you do Spike Cave, you go to the pyramid. That gives you access to easily get to North Dark World, and then after Graveyard Ledge, boom, you're outside in the Light World. You go back to Link's house.
Yeah.
Easy to forget that the game is not going to send you to Link's house all the time.
Right, yeah. Oh, and here's Chelsea's other big play. And it's $20.
Ooh, that's a little disappointing on her end.
Yeah, but the peace of mind, though, because Locke's gonna go up there and be like, ah, dang, I'm far away from that other tablet check. So that'll eventually needle at you.
Yeah, that is true. She got to do those really efficiently.
Yeah, if you start getting progression starved. Although now with we don't have a means to do ice out yet now. So
we can cheat to there, except it's legal. We can glitch to there. Probably not a good idea just yet. Oh wait, no. Phyllian, what are you talking about? We have the flippers. We can just walk into Ice Palace.
That's right.
We can get in the front door and we can't do anything. Wake up.
Yeah, and they
Wake up, you fool.
They do have the one banned glitch in the first room where you can like trick your way through the Freezor there, but I know that glitch has been banned as well.
That also won't help to beat Cold Stare.
No, ooh, it's Chelsea bouncing. Wowee.
Yep. This could be huge for her. I think Locke has found nothing else.
No, nothing else of real importance. So,
so Locke got a green pendant for doing the rest of the dungeon.
Where is Chelsea for?
Oh, she's doing waterfall.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, are you forgetting that you don't have a means to get anywhere in Ice Palace? I would have been concerned.
Okay.
Chat saying you can read the hint in Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Ruthless. Ooh, trading a bee for a blue goo. Saving some money. Alright, we have Chelsea probably going to the Dark Death Mountain. That's probably the right play, and we'll see what our green pendant turn-in is.
Big moment for Locke.
Ah. Meanwhile, Chelsea is dead.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Oh,
Worst
no.
enemy! Worst enemy in any Zelda game ever.
So here's probably this is the next thing to do in the game. By this metric, since they're both doing the same thing, Chelsea is kind of ahead one para clear at this moment.
Yeah, she'll lose a lot of time if she goes back to Swamp Palace, but I can't see her going to Swamp Palace at any point early. She's made a deliberate decision that she probably wants to stick to here.
Yeah, I mean, I give Locke credit too because you get the bonus item from clearing, Swamp, but the play just didn't pan out, and Chelsea big brained the correct decision of just getting the one item you need forehead.
It's funny because I could very easily see a world where the runners, with the same information they both had, Quake for TR. With that information both runners have, I could see them swapping their decisions. Like I can see Locke bailing on the dungeon and Chelsea clearing it.
Yeah, if Chelsea's feeling unconfident and thinks that they need the full clear, then yeah, there's definitely that feeling.
What do we have here? Boomerang, heart container, bug net, boo.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be progression there, but there's not.
So, Desert Palace? Smith Chain?
I guess. You see Locke realizing, oh yeah, there's that dungeon at the top of the light world that I need to do. Let's go do it. Now we're gonna see Chelsea. Probably turning in Sick Kid, probably, or no, just going to the portal. Okay.
I think we got Sick Kid earlier, right?
Yeah, that's right. We did get a bottle. That's right. We did get a super early bottle.
Yo, nice fast Terrapod on Locke's side. You'll love to see it.
That's right. We're gonna see now. Oh, we're gonna be doing Smith Chain. Yeah, this makes sense. You can eventually make your way through the entire Smith Chain and then go into the desert area when you're done with it.
Yeah.
After Purple Chest.
And she's already done Cave 45, so she doesn't have to mirror there. She can just... actually, she can just mirror, save, and quit to her house and walk from there.
Yeah.
Which is probably faster than dashing through the Dark World? I don't know. Someone call Korek.
I try not to worry about that fiddly of a time save where you're talking about, like, a 1 second.
Oh, it's probably like 5 seconds, which is nothing, unless it's the margin you win the race by.
Yeah. I mean, Chelsea was worried about that.
Fuck.
Yeah, we don't need to remind Chelsea about 5-second losses, unfortunately. Ooh, a cane. All right. Still need a flute for that Meyer play, though.
That smells like Pendant D-Rock dip.
Either that, Still can't get into Ice Palace. Yeah, ooh. Pendant T-Rock dip is...
If I had a Fire Rod, I would totally do Ice Palace here, with that cane, but... Yeah, without it...
Well, she's completing the play, which is smart. You gotta think, you just gotta take care of Desert, because that's full clearable, and it gives you some checks right off the hop.
Yeah, and for her, this is even more, because she hasn't looked at Desert Ledge. She hasn't looked at Agena. So it's a little more value here than it would be for Locke.
So she'll get her checks now, because I mean, hey, it could be Desert. We'll see if Locke's gonna now do the Smith Chain as well to go get their cane.
So what do we still need? A flute to get into Mire and a Fire Rod to beat Skull Woods, and that's about it.
Yeah, we can wrap this up lickety-split if we get those anytime soon. This is pretty linear, you know, you have your one choice of either going to TR or to Desert, and, you know, based on the time cost involved, it's easier to go to Desert first, but other than that, I mean, this seed, pretty restrictive. And then it turns into an execution battle, and you gain ground if you're behind a little bit in Locke's case, because looks like they are making the correct play. And yeah, they have to just grind a couple minutes back from Chelsea on execution. Right, what do we bonk off of here to get? A small key, neat. Chelsea with the pro strats of a damage boost to get through that screen. And a piece of heart is our first item. Is our second item here? No, it's the big key.
Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna say the cursed word just so I can think it out and talk it out. I apologize for this. Sorry about this, Philan. You're here. You're in Desert. It's a pendant. It's your second pendant you could logically clear because Swamp Palace has been available for a while to you. And that's 2 out of the 3 pendants. How much do you care about that? Is that interesting to you? No, not if you're Chelsea because you quit Swamp already. But even then, the only thing that can actually be on the pedestal would be a flute, or the weird case where Myron needs Bombos. And you don't even have the Ice Rod to think about killing Trinex, so... There. That's a stupid diatribe that annoyed me. My apologies, chat.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Phileon, and I'm a little worried.
No, I don't think realistically this is a ped play. Locke just mirror bonked on the man by the desert, and I think that means he loses his purple chest.
Fortunately, that doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea going back in. Interesting.
Oh no! No.
Oh.
This was the one thing I promised that she wouldn't do.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because the answer is, unfortunately, TR. It's probably going to be just that first chest in TR is going to have your flute. And that'll be that.
Unless there's another progression hiding out there that we're not thinking of, yeah.
That would be my most likely guess. Answer chat. Probably you're going to have to dip TR at this point. Our runners have done most of the available checks, either on one side or the other, and in our all-seeing eye, the answer is you have to go make the big kid play, put on your big kid pants, and go up to TR.
I get why you don't want to do TR in this situation though, because you've already done Dark Death Mountain. And of course you already did Dark Death Mountain because it's 6 checks, it's fast, it's dense, you can do them there, whatever. And that's how we know that Turtle Rock is Quake locked. It just sucks that the game clearly wants you to do that after doing Smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair for Chelsea to do this because this is the density play, but I mean, eventually this game comes down to choices and, you know, making gambles, and this unfortunately will give back about 3 minutes to Locke at this point.
Yeah, and yeah, density play is a good word to use because Turtle Rock is not... I mean, if you go all the way through, there's a fair number of items, but when you enter
Yeah.
that dungeon without a fire rod, there is a very real possibility you are blocked after one check. And if you open that first chest and, oh, it's a big 20, or oh, it's a map, you
Yeah.
just sunk a lot of time into something stupid that you might have to do again once you actually have a fire rod. So
Yeah. I mean, we're not faulting Chelsea at all for this. It's just we know what she's.
I am, but only because it's wrong. Sorry, I should say I am, but only because I promised that she would never go back here. Locke is going to do that ped check here.
Doing checking the ped.
Yeah. He knows it can only be his flute, but I think he just wants to block that one out.
Yep. There it is.
And that is certainly faster than beating Lanmo and trying to check after that, so.
Yeah, so now Locke's got to be thinking about now what.
Where is Locke going now?
Hmm.
Oh, he's got to do his purple chest. Right.
Yes.
He tried to purple chest, but then
so that error gives some time back to Chelsea, as we kind of have the mental who's winning meter, like 55-45 or what have you, Few points go back to Chelsea. Oh, and he didn't do hammer pegs yet. Or did he? No, he did already.
He must have. He must have.
Because Locke is usually pretty thorough and wouldn't forget that.
He wouldn't just randomly skip it.
Now I would, because I've been known to just completely blank on things, but...
So, once Locke turns in this purple chest, does that catch him up to everything Chelsea's done?
Yeah, because they are trading checks.
Yeah, and he has done the book checks as well, that were a bit of a pain on his end.
Right.
We're going to see... And Chelsea's almost through the dungeon.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty even by the end of this with...
We'll see Chelsea go to Sahasrahla right after this.
Yeah, so Locke will be ahead by about a minute.
Which is, well, at this point in the race, starts to be significant, but is by no means insurmountable.
Definitely not insurmountable. I mean, you could have GT routing, you could have an untimely death. I mean, even with the seed as restrictive as this one, there are, you still have to play the seed. You could have a whoopsie daisy. As we see Chelsea finishing off Argus, Locke will enter TR. So now I said flute immediately on the first chest. Let's see what we get. Or do we get a key to extend the play?
Flute would be lovely. Fire Rod is the terrifying thing to see in the first chest.
Oh yeah. Although you don't necessarily want to beat Trinex, you just,
Yeah, it's... The scary thing about a Fire Rod is that it would open up more of the dungeon, but also open up Ice Palace at the same time. And
oh boy,
Skulkards.
Yeah.
Even a key is fine, because the keys just send you further into the dungeon to eventually get your progression. Like, you're not losing anything there.
There's the key.
Yeah!
Alright, time to avoid everyone's second or third least favorite enemy, our Chain Chomps.
Oh, Chain Chomps are awesome.
I mean, I love the cheeky reference to Mario, but... oh!
Alright, there we are.
Oh, he's gonna continue? Okay.
Alright. Alright. All right.
So here's an interesting thing. What if Chelsea gets that fire rod and bails? Because, you get Ice Palace back and
That could do it.
the woods.
Yeah, we are now. Locke, you're falling into these pits like it's me playing. Yeah, we are now Flute from Go mode. Probably. I'm making the assumption, because we have 2 or 3 medallions, that we've been given the medallions we need. Feels unnecessarily cruel of the game to also throw out a required bombos after 2 other medallions.
Yeah.
Locke's going to continue in.
Yep, he's committed to this play. So we'll see what Chelsea does. She did the one bail on the gold glove, only to go back in. So let's see if she bails again. But this time we don't know if that's the correct play or not, aside from immediately giving you 2 crystals.
From this outside viewpoint, I feel like it's what she has to do, though of course she doesn't know that based on the positioning.
Right. I don't know what I would do if I were in her shoes at the moment, because we're an hour and 15 in. We've completed 5 of the dungeons. You have to start thinking about phases of the game. We're in towards the late game. Then you just have to make a gutsy call at some point. Let's see, she's going to get her fire rod in about 15 seconds, and we'll know what we'll do.
Oh, of course she does the bonk. What a Chelsea play.
Gets the fire rod, and we love the bonk, too.
And she is gone. Nope.
Oh?
Nope. Ooh.
Okay.
And she is faking us out.
Fair. It is 5 checks, but this does... Ooh, Locke is in trouble.
Locke.
Be careful, Locke. Oh, you're dropping a bomb. Oh, yeah, just throw it away.
Does no one on Team Elf understand how to throw bombs?
This is interesting. So that means just Chelsea is following Locke around now.
Yep.
Locke, you may want that heart. Oh, and there's the ice rod. Okay.
Alright.
Sure.
So Locke is probably feeling really good about that ped check right now.
Yeah.
Like that is just something that he does not have to process. Like he goes and beats Trinex if there's an item there. If the compass is on Trinex, whatever, bail early.
Right.
He does not have to even consider like, do I have to beat Trinex and then go and do Landmo for the ped? It's just like, nope, ped's nothing. We know this. We're good.
All right. This is an unfortunate waste of a Go mode TR, because we already have the last key. We don't even need to go to Laser Bridge, except we have to, because what if the flute's there?
It's not. It's an ice palace. But yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and looks like Locke stopped to drink a potion, so he's no longer about to die. That's great.
Yeah, because he probably wants to just finish the play, and since he doesn't want to... Well, he has the... you have the cape for the invincibility to dodge the lasers. There's the complete coin collection.
Okay, that's good for some peace of mind, I guess.
And just $50. And bails. See you later.
Yep. So he checks his menu, sees he doesn't have the compass, and great. That's gone.
So we'll have to see if that's the correct coin. So now Locke's gonna take out Skull Woods and then Ice Palace. And we kind of know that the flute must be in one of these two spots.
Huh. Huh. I don't like this. I don't like this. I would just... This is like really minor, but I would just do Ice Palace first here. Just because it is more likely than Skull to have the flute in it.
We already cleared the front.
Yeah, there's still an item in Skull, but
yeah.
If Ice Palace has your flute, then you get to activate your flute when you're on your way to beat Skull Woods. If Skull has the flute, then you get to activate it after anyways. But the worry is that, like, oh, Locke might have to run through the overworld to ice, and full clearing ice isn't too bad. But that's, that's minor.
Yeah, I mean, it's a minor time save. It's just, yeah, it's more efficient for sure, though. I mean, you're just looking to do a murder here, and that's it. Although you may have to check that last remaining chest in at the front of this part of Skullwood as well.
It's been so long since we were here, I don't remember how many items we got.
Chelsey completes her coin collection and is now going to get the last.
Oh, look at that moth fight from Locke. Yes! That Gorgeous. Is how you do that! Whew. I mean, Moth made it easy, but then he followed through.
Chelsey continuing the play at Trinex. Interesting.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is victory or death right here.
Feels a little bit like death.
Yeah.
There's nothing she gets. This is pure time sink for her.
So I think, because Locke bailed, I think he must have known that he counted out the items.
Yeah. He knows he never got the compass, so he knows this is the compass. But Chelsey hasn't checked bed, so even though she knows the compass, she's like, "Oh, maybe it's a bed seat. I gotta grab this." She'll check ped and find out she didn't need this after she beats Mothula.
On the play at Skullwoods is extended, I think that means, yeah, the big key.
Yeah, we saw the big key under the bridge. So now we have to backtrack to it.
Ooh, just bombs. Okay. Ice Palace it is.
Oh, Locke. No, now we're on the pyramid.
Oh dear.
Which is, like, fine. It's a little slow. It's a little slower.
Yeah.
That's all. Just a little.
All right. Chelsey's
I mean, not a ton more when you pull off the hammer dash like that.
Yeah, that's always nice. Chelsey gonna just continue to follow Locke around. Boy. So, where is that flute gonna be?
Here, in this dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
But we'll
or at the dig spot.
Oh, yeah, we have that shovel now, eh?
No, we don't yet. We don't yet. Yeah. But whatever, This is
anything to extend, extending the steed with a shovel.
Actually, the more reasonable thing is that it's in Pyramid Fairy, which will be unlocked when Locke finishes here.
Hmm.
All right, everybody look away while we just warp reality a bit. My Locke, that's an awfully long door that you're walking through. Why don't we just extend that past the rail? And yeah, sure, we can be in this part of the dungeon. Why not?
Probably my favorite glitch I've learned, because just imagine going through Ice Palace Vanilla. No thanks.
Yeah, imagine if the game was stuck in Ice Palace. You sure would be mad about that forever, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Ice Palace is my least favorite dungeon. It can be played as fast as possible, and I will not cry any tears. And there we have Go Mode at 124.38 with that flute in Ice Palace. Oh boy. Chelsea a good 4 to 5 minutes behind.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Locke is taking this path to the boss because he is taking this path to the boss. Did he...
what is he trying to collect?
Let's see. Did he not hit the switch upstairs, which means that he had to go find the big key?
Oh, you're right. I don't think he did.
Which is a thing you do if you're full clearing ice, and it makes sense to do it. No, what? Locke. What? Oh god, now he needs a small keys.
Okay, he's just fluffing.
Fine.
Yeah, just raise that item.
When you are committed to full clearing the dungeon, not hitting the switch is good. But when you are maybe hitting go mode halfway through the dungeon, you still want to hit the switch, just for the eventuality that this happens.
So I was gonna say, like, what you doing?
Clowning.
Well, hey, he doesn't get to my level then, where I go beyond clowning to just aggressively stupid. That's how I play. Ooh, breaking out that invincibility to do a quick kill. We like that.
Yeah, good heads up that Locke was down to 2 hearts and in mortal danger at the end, even from the puffs. Or from the puffs, even with red mail. So good call.
Yeah, the puffs will take you down very quickly, even on red mail. So Locke's just gonna hightail it to activate that flute, go to Meyer, and defeat Meyer, and then finish off the game.
Yeah, Chelsea has fought well in this, but I don't see a lot of ways for her to come back at this point.
No, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a GT routing thing. We'll claw back most of the time if she guesses correctly and Locke guesses wrong. But even still, you'd have to claw back 2 minutes of execution.
Oh, you know how it'll go. Locke will gamble tie over him. Chelsea will just go right, and then as Locke does right side as his last checks, it'll all work out. Now you might say, what do you mean the person in first place is going to gamble the tile room? Well, I don't know, it's these two.
Let's see if the coin collection was needed.
Wow. Oh my god. Well, apparently I'm just wrong about medallions tonight. We did in fact need that bombos from Laser Bridge.
Jeez. Imagine if one of our runners had, or if Chelsea had immediately bailed, like we were telling her to do.
Yep, that would have been wrong. Guess you had to do that.
We would have sunk her ship even more.
The only thing worth bailing on was Swamp Palace here.
Even still, I mean, it's just yeah, that would have been the big play for Chelsea had she committed to skipping Swamp Palace, but you know, doing the understandable thing of going back in there eventually when it became the most dense location to check. And that's probably going to be the big difference now. I mean, aside from Locke's slightly better decision to what was the one where he went in? He went to a dungeon, one of the dungeons first, and blanking on it now. And it ended up being the correct order.
Swamp? Swamp.
Maybe it was not. I mean, yeah, because he got the glove first.
It looks like Chelsea also didn't hit the switch in Ice Palace, and also has to go hunting for the big key. What a day this is.
Yeah, I just hit the switch every time, even if, I'm not planning on full clearing the dungeon. It's just, I learned things one way, and it ding-dong proofs me.
Alright, Locke, that's not a spooky setup, which is fine, I guess.
So chat's pointing out, I think we saw the big key right next to a spot where you can hover. I wonder if Chelsea will, as they're saying it, do the hover.
Oh, she's gonna try. It's not gonna help, but she's gonna try. Prove me wrong, Chelsea.
Hey, you know what we haven't done all seed as we watch Locke take out our nasty Viddy, Lord Oculon himself. Let's give these runners a follow. You can follow Locke Live and ChelseyxLynn. Fantastic runners, fantastic people. Always a good hang if you hang out in their stream. And that was just a fantastic kill. Viddy there while we see Chelsea take out the Puffs. And you can follow the crew. You can follow Philion and myself, as well as our tracker, NY Rambler, and Oro on the restream. Thank you two for helping us out, making this all happen.
Yeah, they're all good people. One time Chelsea said I was too nice. I told her to shut up, and then I felt so bad about it that I spent the next 2 minutes apologizing.
There was the one time she called me a bad racer. But,
well, that's not very nice of her. Never mind. I retract what I said.
Yeah. That was back when I was excited about my first sub 3 hour clear of the game. And and DT saying that you're a bad person too. Uh-oh.
Look, I'm Canadian, okay? I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Alright, Locke is headed up the mountain. There are 22 numbers from 1 to 22, inclusive. That is how integers work. Post your favorite one in the chat, and then if the number is the number that we call out when the yellow thing with the horns shows up, you can feel good about yourself on the internet. If you're wrong, I'll tell you to shut up, and then I'll apologize to you for it.
Alright, so what's going to be the lucky number? I saw my 13 got taken already, then I tried to do 7, and now I just gave up on...
Oh, it's 15. It's always Bob's chest. And yeah, this lead for Locke has grown as we see Chelsea headed into Mire, but Locke entering GT.
That's a solid good 5 minutes, at least.
Oh, this is a really good MSU pack that Locke's using. It's the East 3 and 4 pack, for those wondering.
That is a JRPG series I did not actually play. Ooh, silvers immediately. Okay.
All right, sure. Why not?
Giving us the baby Ganon fight almost, aside from the gold sword, but... Oh, you Locke.
It's fine. It's fine.
This is fine. Nearly getting grabbed.
I was worried the doorway was just going to time out on him, but I got it. He got it.
He was risking lots of tragedy. And there's the big key on the right side. It's time to go.
4, I guess.
6 even, because 1, 2, 3, 4, then the first 2 in Hope Room. Look at this covered by Chelsea.
Well,
Wow.
he got it on a second chest. Oh, Chelsea, so close.
Oh, second chest, right.
That was a very good attempt.
Yeah, it's mainly swag. I mean, you can get to the correct side and very quickly.
It's about 200 times farther than I would have made it.
Yeah, I have not even attempted trying to hover, although I just did get my Super NT last weekend, so once I figure out the firmware and getting that up and running on my SD card, I'm going to be making the switch to console, and then maybe I can try out hovering and ruining SNES controllers.
Or hear me out. Don't. And just revel in the chaos as you don't hover. Alright. Gauntlet time for Locke. He's got 5 rooms here. Some of them are awful, some of them are really cool. Nice pickup of the full magic. Allows him to spam Fire Rod more easily in here. Stalfos, mostly play nice. Good bow shot. Bad bone.
Gonna be cleaning this out relatively fast. Wow, that was nice.
Oh, look at those horse heads play ball. Yeah.
Sniped by the laser beam, but
Gauntlet is really hard, kids, but that was a pretty good one.
when I was learning to play the game, I would spam the Bombos medallion in each of those rooms until I finally got into the practice pack and worked on those rooms.
I learned to climb GT in the Wizrobe rooms using Ether, which is not the slowest medallion, but it's nowhere near as fast as Kane.
Oh no. Which always makes it awkward, you know, when you're just used to using Kane in these specific rooms and you go into a Kane-less speed. My ladder PB had no Kane. Not only that, it was green hearts, green mail, 9 hearts, and no Kane. Which definitely, you know, makes you rethink about how do I beat all this stuff. I'm used to doing it with this specific thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where's my muscle memory? Help. So Chels finished off Vidi. Good job. She will not be, you know, too terribly far behind. Obviously still not a close race, but not a total blowout. Locked down to 2 hearts, but I think he has another potion. Alternatively, he could just not get hit for the rest of the game, since he's running near the end.
Easy game, just don't take damage.
You can even take damage after the Aga 2 fight, and it's fine.
Yeah, he can get 1 hug. And Locke is not a man of culture and does not validate his parking.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry,
Locke's climbing the check. Locke's moving. We're ignoring that. Chelsea's getting dead rocked. We're laughing at that. Okay. Hey, you know what? Turns out Locke didn't need that heart that he left behind at Catfish. Alright, Locke.
Just enough health.
Ganon Hug would still do 4 hearts if he had 4 hearts here, so it's not like it makes a difference. I'm sorry, Locke. Please forgive me.
He'll consider it. All right, we see Chelsea entering GT as Locke goes into the big fight with the big bad piggy. So if it's any consolation for Chelsea, at least, like, I hate losing, but at least if I'm in GT and not feeling like I got totally skunked, it's a small moral victory.
Oh, she's even going right side, so she'll not lose a ton of time there.
Yeah, I always play this hybrid right strategy where if I get the one small key in Hope Room, I will take the right side 4 chests and then, accept the 1 minute loss if I do not get the big key on the right side. Just peace of mind and not having to go through the whole dungeon.
Locke seems to be fighting Ganon at the top of the room.
And at 1 heart.
Yeah, I mean, 1 heart's all you need. We got silvers as well. This is baby fight from this point on. It was good use of the cape and spins to stay safe there.
Getting those extra hits in with the sword there. Nice dodge. Gets the 1 shot in and even swags the Forge Glitch.
Look at that triple. That is how you fight Ganon there.
That is amazing. What a play. And all that's left for Locke to do is cross the bridge and get a GG. Get your GGs in chat because Locke is with a race time of 1:40:34. What a clean Ganon fight. Wow. And we're joined by Locke. GG.
Hello, GG. That was a seed.
Yeah. Were you, I'm trying to think some of the key things there. So, what were you thinking what was your thought process getting the gold glove at the very first chest of Swamp?
Since I needed so much stuff for go mode, I'm like, I'm just gonna beat the dungeon. I'm just gonna beat the dungeon. I needed, what at that point? 2 different rods. Well, I guess not 2 different rods. A rod, a flute, a medallion.
Yeah. Also, how tempted were you upon getting the fire rod in the front of Turtle Rock? Were you to bail?
I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm gonna do these first 4. Like, I can bail if I need to, but I really don't feel safe bailing on it, and I'm so glad I didn't.
Oh man, we couldn't believe our eyes when we saw that you needed the complete coin collection to go into Mire.
Yeah, when I got to Mire and I was walking up there, I'm like, if this isn't Bombos, like, crap. But if this is Bombos, like, this seat sucks.
Yeah, that was pretty ruthless.
Had to go everywhere besides desert.
Yeah, I mean, and did you end up full clearing desert aside from killing the boss? I'm trying to remember.
I got everything. I didn't kill the boss. I bailed on Landmolo, then immediately went and checked pet because I'm like, flute and Bombos could be on pet, so I'll check in and see if not killing Landmo is a good idea.
And it was. Yeah. And then you were able to nope out before the Trinex fight as well.
Knew I had a compass on Trinex, so I'm like, all right.
Not the sole deciding factor, but it did not help Chelsea that she ended up fighting Trinex because she hadn't done that pet check. So of course, you got to do it at that point.
Definitely. Yeah, that was something else.
I mean, especially with like how baby the start of the seed was, it gave you so much. We were wondering if someone rolled beginner item placement.
Like, not gonna lie, when I first got the Master Sword, I was like, I could just go through Aga Tower right now. Like, I could do it with just this sword.
Locke, you know what I said at the start of the race, right?
No.
Of course I said that as well.
Yeah, like, I could do this.
Should you? No, but it's there.
Yeah, it's right here. And apparently it was the right call, because we had to do Aga.
That would have been, like, the most shockingly Galaxy brand play ever. And so was your. Although it ended up not mattering, we saw you do that Houlihan. We were like, oh wow, that could get you the money you need for Zora. And wow, did that pay out huge?
And then Minnie Mulder was just like, here's like 400 rupees. Here you go. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, lots of cash.
Yeah.
We're seeing Chelsea finish out the seed with honor. They're at Moldorn 2 at the moment. They just were deciding to see if they could swag the hover. This seed had the potential, aside from getting the hook shot immediately, it could have been a hover seed.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about when I saw the green pendant swamp. And I thought about it a little bit more. I'm like, wait, I have the hook shot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that could have worked out poorly, as we've had some grumbling about hovering recently in the community, especially if you listen to the Go Mode podcast.
Not at all.
But yeah, I mean, GG's. That was some really amazing execution. We were all dazzled by your Ganon fight, getting not only the torch glitch with the fire rod from range, but also then getting the triple arrow to finish it off. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was a fantastic phase 4, I will say. Phase 1 and 2, not so much. Phase 4, perfect.
Yeah, that was chef's kiss. That was
Amazing.
when you drop that in, oh man, that's just like finishing the seed with authority. And let's see, we do have Chelsea in the waiting room.
Drag her in. Let me talk to my friend Chelsea.
Yes. Oh, I can do that. Okay, I can do that sort of thing. And we are joined by ChelseyxLynn. GG's to you as well.
I thought I had to finish first.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm still playing.
No, you're not. Don't bite at me.
I'm still playing the game. I have fallen to Ganon
Avert your case.
800 times.
There's a temporal paradox going on.
Oh no, what have I done?
We're just trying things out in preparation for the switch off daylight saving time, but we'll stabilize the space-time continuum shortly. In the meantime, hi Chelsea.
Hi, Philion.
No, GG's, friend.
Oh, gee, something.
Seed was awful.
Gee, something. Yeah, I had thoughts about this seed for sure. There are feelings inside my body.
Go on. Please tell us more. Keeping in mind we are on a restream channel.
Yes, I'm very unfortunately aware. So was really happy about leaving. So I went in a swamp and I'm like, all right, if this is something, this first chest, I'm just gonna leave. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be here. If this is something like I think it's gonna be, I'm getting out of here. It was, and I left, and then I just didn't go the right way. If I had gone to Smithy Sequence and gotten Samaria before I'd gone up the mountain, everything maybe would have been fine.
Yeah.
But, didn't work out that way because, that's the way it be for me. Also, what the heck is this? I've never stunned Ganon there. It was very weird.
Oh, you should have seen my fight. It was perfect.
I heard. I'm so happy for you. So
There's
happy.
a double. There's a double she gets.
Yay.
She didn't even fall to Ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I lied. I didn't fall.
It's all good. The other question that we were thinking is, what was your thought process when you got the fire rod very early in Turtle Rock? Was it thinking of bailing or?
Nope, I had no intention. Zero intentions of bailing. I did not want to go up that mountain again.
Well, it turned out to be the right play.
Definitely, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, so there's so many options, but if for whatever reason Meyer is Bombos, Flute ends up being here, I'ma be super grumpy if I have to come up again. And I'm like, the seed just stinks. So yeah, no, I I had no intentions of leaving.
You were
So.
just on the seeds BS. That's what was up.
Yeah. So, glad I at least didn't leave. That could have been tragic, but yeah, just unfortunate routing on my part and slop because I haven't played this game really in 3 weeks, so.
But you did play admirably, you know, we were very
Thanks. Were you? In practice, I didn't drop a single hover, and then here I come, and I'm dropping all the hovers, and I was not happy about it.
You got the hover out of Paradox Cave.
That's true. I did do
I
that.
was
And then
grumpy
I got
about
it, and then I got it out of after falling. I got it out of Spec Rock. But yeah, I never fall on that mire. Never fall on that mire hover, and I'm so disappointed that I fell.
Whoops.
So, oh well. And then for what I never fall on Moldorm anymore. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my brain. It's messed up. It's the surgery got me. They took away my rando powers too.
You'll
what
get
he
them
said.
back soon enough. You know, you just get back in there and it'll be alright.
Yeah. But GG's. If I was gonna lose to anyone, at least I lost to Locke.
Is that good news?
It's not. I know, Willard, I asked for a better brain, and they gave me a worse brain. I don't know how that happened, but things will do. Get my money back.
Yeah. Just trying to think, I'm trying to think if there was any other pretty key moments in the seed.
I don't know, it's all a blur to me. I've had too much rando today.
Is there such a thing as too much Yes.
Can
yes, very
we
much.
talk about how Locke and I were super cute and both got 157 though?
Oh,
pretty
that
great.
is cute. That is,
Yay.
that is friendship right there.
Friendship. Oh yeah, I also beat frickin' Trinex just in
Yeah.
case the pedestal was something because I hadn't looked at it yet.
That's
Yeah,
the difference. You had the Trinex item. I didn't pick up the catfish item. Perfect.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
You
Locke,
said
you
the whole
better be
heart.
happy you didn't need that heart.
Who needed? I had red mail. Who cares?
That's right, I have one more heart than you. I have
Yeah.
one more heart.
I don't need red.
We
I
even
don't-
have the same amount of arrows. We
Ouch.
almost have the same amount of bombs. You're way more rich than I am. I don't know what happened
Yeah.
there.
Well, he did a Houlihan there.
Cheater.
Oh yeah, Houlihan. Plus, I grabbed all the money out of Eastern as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Locke, I was so happy when I saw you do that. No one ever thinks about those 90 rupees. It's always
Man.
fun
I was
when
I
someone does
was
that.
doing fine. I was rich. I didn't have any trouble getting money for
Well,
anything.
I went to Eastern before South Shore, so I didn't get all that South Shore money. And then
I
I got
did
that money.
too.
I'm like, well, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah, I
Sure.
did turn first as well. I just
Yeah.
didn't
Fair enough.
You know, now we're just gonna see Chelsea drop the exclamation point appeal because of the Houlihan.
There
No.
we go.
I'm gonna appeal for other reasons. I think Locke is a clown, and that's not okay.
True. It is very true.
Just kidding.
I
But
think
it was-
most clowns, and that's okay with me.
That's true.
Yeah, you're both clowns and you're both great at the same time, you know.
Well, friends, thanks for playing my game.
Well, thanks for being one of the stars of the show along with Locke. You know, without you two running it, we wouldn't have a means of showing this wonderful, great game we love so much off. We just
I'll
love
love this game tomorrow. I'll
Yeah,
love this game tomorrow. I need food.
It's a mood.
You do that, and just yes, follow our runners there. And you can also follow us. You know, you can follow Philion and myself as well, and our tracker NY Rambler and our restreamer Oro.
Yo, shoutouts to Oro they were just like,
double
yeah, I'm
header.
gonna stream this double header here. Despite Oro's team also racing tonight, and I think Oro was also streaming that on their own channel. Shoutouts to Oro.
That
The
rocks.
amount of work today. Yeah, hey, video games, play them. Keep an eye on the schedule. There is an exciting doubleheader next week in this division between Zelda and Chill and Validation Chest Boots that will actually determine the fate of the group.
All right.
Keep an eye on that. Hey, that's even Oro's team. They might be racing in that.
We'll see. I think that's about do it. We'll about do it for tonight, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, food, or in my case, walk, snowball. Who
Sleep.
people might know
Go to
on
work.
my white dog. My little white dog. I have to go walk now.
I'm
Play video
going to
games
play
for
more
8
video
hours.
games.
Yeah, I got 8 hours left in my day. I got 8 hours of video games.
I have
That's
a
right.
cat to snuggle
I don't sleep.
Oh.
and a chest to wash.
Have
Which
fun.
sounds weirder if you don't know the context.
Yeah, we'll
I don't know, you guys just opened 157 chests. They're everywhere.
Yep, that's true.
exactly.
that's right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks
Well,
for watching, everyone. Have a great
Yeah,
night.
thanks everyone watching, everyone. Have a great night and take care.
Bye forever.
Bye.